Listen to the effect of GMO food that they want to impose in Alkebulan nation. Make sure you watch this video to the end, and I will be right back.
Now, let's say the food that comes from it is not harmful. GMO seed alters the soil to a point where after you plant GMO seed, you can no longer plant natural seed in that same soil. It doesn't just destroy the land that you plant it in. The neighboring crops, for instance, if farmer B uses GMO seed, farmer A and C, their crops will suffer because it doesn't just damage the soil that it's planted in, it spreads out. I try to look for accurate studies to prove to myself if the damage is temporary, and I've tried to ask people that know a little thing, that have done a little research as well. The results, like the damage GMO does to the soil for now, is permanently destroys the soil, that you can no longer plant natural seeds, organic seeds on that soil. 2, the organizations that are in charge of making these GMO seeds are very few. If we start buying, you can no longer plant natural seed on that land, which means you have to still go back to buy. Do I need to state the dangers of this? How many of you used to use CapCut when it was free? Now they've made it subscription based. They're not even saying, okay, just pay and then use. You no longer own anything. You now have to pay monthly to use these apps. That's what they're trying to do with the GMO seeds. Then comes the people that are saying you're not being forced. Nigeria doesn't have food crisis. The food crisis we're currently experiencing is artificial. Let's say that the solution is GMO seed. Won't the people that are going to unalive the farmers and destroy their farmland, won't they destroy the GMO as well? Are they not people with weapons in their hand? They're not pests or maybe natural occurring things that are destroying plants. These are people that are doing this. Won't they destroy the GMO seed? Is the solution to create a seed that is not even needed in the first place, that we don't need in Africa, instead of tackling the security problem? Currently in Kenya, farmers are being arrested and punished by the government for possessing natural seeds. This has been happening in America. As a farmer, if you plant and you replant that seed from your farm that you got from your previous planting season, you will be arrested and fined. It has been happening in America. I found out recently, and they brought the same thing to Kenya. What makes you think they won't bring the same? Which one is what makes you think? That's what they're trying to do. If GMO seeds were actually good, the level of deaths and sanctions that is happening for it to be introduced will not happen. People will naturally gravitate towards it if it was a good thing. Then there are the group of people saying, well, like you're against development, that people who don't want GMO are against development. Our grandfathers thought collecting umbrella and dry gin and bottles was development. Look at where we are how many years later. It took 400 years before they were able to break out of slavery, and up till now segregation and another form of slavery is still going on because somebody wanted umbrella. And you people are calling this development. The level of poverty that these GMO seeds will bring, you guys have not seen it before. And I also heard some people say, why would they want to kill us? They need us for work. The Palestinians thought the same thing too, because the Palestinians were the ones doing menial job in Israel. If you look online, you will see them in those cages, the way they screen them, check them before they are allowed into Israel every day. And as they are leaving, they are the waitresses, they are the farmers, they are any menial job in Israel. The Palestinians were the ones doing it. That did not stop them from trying to wipe them out. And what did they do? Now that there is vacancy, they start importing people from other countries. Africa is not the only place that they have their boots on, that they are ensuring that things don't go well so that the population will be poor. Even if it's not happening, they can create it immediately and start shipping those people to their own place to come and do the menial labor there while they extremely decimate everybody here. These people, they don't care about anybody, especially if you're black. And I'll repeat this again. They think we're animals. There are documents to prove this. They call black people animals. They've been calling the Palestinians human animals, don't be heard or something, just to dehumanize them, and they've been doing it to black people. What makes you think they'll bring something good? Then come the people that say the food is not harmful. The only bad thing is the economic aspect, the fact that they want to make seed a subscription-based item, which means you have to be buying every planting season. The bread in America, in Europe, is not considered an edible item. There's so much chemical. It's made with GMO wheat. There's so much chemical in it that Americans that can't eat bread, they'll tell you they have gluten allergy. When they go to other parts of the world, like Europe and Africa, they eat bread and they are fine. But if they eat bread in America, they become sick. And they blame it on gluten, but it's just the fact that the seed is everything, the chemical that they put in the seed before they plant, the amount of chemical in processing the bread in the first place makes it harmful and not even fit for consumption by some standards. What makes you think something that has the ability to permanently damage the soil will be good for your body. Like, I don't understand the rationale behind it. This will not end well if we sit down and keep quiet. They are desperately trying to control the population. They're trying to reduce the population, and this is part of it. Again, we don't have food crisis in Nigeria. The food crisis we're currently experiencing is artificial, is intentional. If you want to stop the food crisis in Nigeria, control the herdsmen.